Okay, Galenis Army, welcome back to another Galenis production, and this is our video of the Kristoff Cigar night that we had at Pad 12 in Kellam Island. It was a great night, two great cigars, and you can see here on the video that we got an interview with Jared Trudeau, Executive Vice President of Kristoff Cigars. Now, absolutely tragic that we got an interview with him, and it was only after the interview that we realized that we'd lost like 8-9 minutes of the audio. So we only have the last few minutes of the audio from the interview, which is absolutely tragic. But Jared was really cool, really friendly, and great Boston accent. So we're gonna play what we've got, and also we are looking into getting a longer form podcast with Jared sometime in the future. So if that comes off, we'll be able to recover the ground that we lost in this. So without further ado, I'm going to present to you Kristoff Cigar Tasting Night held by Mitchell's Wines, featuring Executive Vice President of Kristoff Cigars, Jared Trudeau.
Hi. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're a little bit late, my fault. So we've already checked in, and we're well into the first third right now. So this is the Kristoff Shade Grown. It's got an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper.
What you smooth, very smooth.
Yeah, it's
very.
very.
It reminds me a lot of like an early morning pipe blend.
Yeah.
Like a very easy going, very toasty, oats, honey, sweet.
Yeah, I would agree. Very like toasted grain, honey, brown sugar sweetness. Quite mild, light body.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it progresses. Along
Good
the way.
construction, it's
Yeah.
burning nicely, good quality leaf, you can tell
Yeah.
the quality of the leaf.
Good draw.
It's good, it draws excellent. So yeah.
So we just heard a talk from Jared, who's the vice president of Kristoff. So we're going to see if we can have a chat with him later. No promises. But yeah. So we'll check in for the second and third thirds, and catch you later.
Yeah.
Okay, checking back in with
round two.
the second third. Yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
Seems to have complexed up a little bit. Some of that initial citrusy stuff has died down a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go as far as to say it's kind of particularly complex, but it's definitely I'm getting more things coming through now. Tea, getting a bit of a sort of tea.
Yeah, that's a
twang.
good shot. Yeah, I agree. It's not an overly complex smoke, but it's consistent.
It is.
The flavors are sweet.
Yeah.
It's quite mild. I can see myself enjoying this after breakfast.
Yeah.
With a coffee, like
Yeah,
a morning time kind of
It
smoke.
is. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. It's gonna be good. Construction is good. We've got a good burn. It's nice and consistent. Draw is lovely. Draw is very nice.
The draw is great. Yeah.
So yeah, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Cool. Right, we're gonna check in for the last third next. See if it changes up.
Yeah.
Okay, boys, we're checking in on the final third. For me, I would say it's kind of maintained this very
as it goes.
similar flavor profile. It hasn't intensified. It's maintained quite a light body.
Yeah.
Overall, very sweet, toasted grain kind of flavor. Maybe I think the tea note is a good shout, like an English breakfast,
Yeah.
something like that. But it's maintained that profile.
I'll give it this much. I've had to purge it. So I've purged a very small one once. I've had to do very little maintenance. You know, it's been a very steady as she goes. Nice morning smoke. Someone who likes sort of a lighter body, lighter smoke, it's been right up your street. A little bit light for my taste.
Same.
Very light for your taste.
Yeah.
But otherwise, good quality. I've got no complaints on that really.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. So the next time we check in, we'll be cutting and lighting the Vengeance, the Connecticut Broadleaf. Really excited for that.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. We're checking in with the second cigar. It's the Vengeance. So this is the Connecticut Broadleaf. So it comes with the nice little pigtail fork. So I'm going to cut up.
I've got through the first spicy bit of the first third.
Yeah.
Spice has died down. It was very spicy to start with, but we've got lovely mahogany tones. That was the first hit. Some dark woods, oak, dark oak, English oak, and then we've got some nice dark coffee going on now. Nice dark roast, like a Sumatran roast coffee. Chocolate, nice big chocolate hit, big 70%, very cocoa, lovely. Tighter draw, I would say, slightly tighter than the last one. Speaking with Harry before, pipers, I think we're quite hot on the draw because we have to sort our own draw out.
Yeah.
But that suits us. That slightly tighter draw is much better for a pipe smoker. For me personally, for this pipe smoker. Man, I've got to say, for the price point, this is a lovely stick.
I agree. I mean, first light up, very sweet, a little bit of black pepper like you typically get with the Nicaraguan. I'm sure that will subside. Well, the first note is chocolate, sweet chocolate, a little bit of espresso.
Got a bit of molasses as well in that first hit.
Yeah, like a black strap.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I'm really excited to see how it goes. We'll check in on the second, third.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll let you know how it's going. All right, boys. So we're checking in with the second, third on the Vengeance, the CT Broadleaf. We just had a long chat with Jared from Kristoff, so we are going to get him on later tonight. So that's gonna be cool. Yeah. So we're kicking in with the second, third. I'm getting it's still a lot of chocolate. The sweet, like my main point of comparison, as I was saying, is the Foundation Tabernacle, and I think it's a lot sweeter. It's got less of the tar.
It has.
So it's a more approachable smoke.
Again, I'm getting a big yes chocolate, yes like coffee, but I'm getting that. I'm really getting that that treacle, that molasses tweak, and I'm kind of I'm probably halfway down the second, third, and I'm really getting that now.
Yeah.
It's really coming through strong.
And there's a lot of smoke output, big smoke output. It's big streams of smoke.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Good construction, not had to touch it really, not had to purge it at all. It's it's good construction wise. I'm really impressed.
And it's not as strong as the Tabernacle. I think I'd really be feeling the Tabernacle. We've already put that Connecticut away. So yeah,
and I think they've done a great job. We were talking to Jared about how he processes the CT broadleaf. That makes a lot of sense. It's been very looked after, and it tells for me.
Yeah, 100%. So we'll check in with the last third in a little bit. Sounds good. And yeah, we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so we're checking in on the last third.
Last third.
What are your thoughts, man?
A really, really enjoyable smoke. Again, my only point of reference has been the tabernacles, the foundation sticks, and I tend to find that towards the last third of the stick with the foundation, it's a bit heavy going. It's a bit heavy. I don't find this at all with the Vengeance. Still getting that lovely oakiness, that dark wood. Still getting that dark coffee and chocolate flavour. Maybe a lot of the sort of the more complex top notes have died down a little bit, but I'm still getting a sweetness that I might not necessarily get on another CT broadleaf.
I agree, man. It's very sweet. Little to no tar.
Yeah.
Strong espresso kind of. But I'm also on the last third. I'm getting like a touch of a salty kind of salted caramel sweetness that I have seen before in AJ Fernandez Puro Especial. So for me, that's a huge plus. I've really enjoyed this. Say, beautiful stick.
Yeah, great for the money. For that price point, it's absolutely outstanding stick for that money.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Again, construction-wise, very little in terms of touch-up. It's held an ash really nicely.
Even burn, great draw.
I've had to do very, very little to it. I haven't had to purge it at all.
No, me either.
It's good. Yeah.
Beautiful stick. That's the Kristoff Vengeance. Great stick. So
for that money, I'll be picking some more.
2 good sticks today.
Yeah.
Peace.
Your tobacconists,
Right.
Local brick and mortar.
That's it.
Tobacconists.
Yeah. That's it.
So getting in touch with them through our distributor is the most important thing. It's difficult to get in touch with the end user, but it's much easier through distributors to get in touch with them.
It's like reaching out to them means they reach out to a much wider audience.
Way
Guys
wider.
that know them, trust them, they've got relationships built, they know they're a decent outfit.
And it's product knowledge, it's education, it's training, it's all those things. But how does that kind of matriculate its way down to the end user, the guy who's actually buying cigars in the humidor? That's what we need to solve.
Sure.
And that would be a good idea for a longer form.
Longer form content.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
for sure.
We're so down for
Yeah,
that.
we're doing
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say. So, made all the way from over there. You've gone from, got a bit of a journey yourself. You've gone from Boston. You're an East Coast guy. You started out up in Lovecraft country. You've moved down to Texas, to the Lone Star State. So what's that journey been like for you, and then making your way out and about into the big wide world?
I don't know. I like Texas. I like Texas. There's nice people.
Yeah.
Everybody's very friendly, which was a lot to get. It takes a lot to get used to people being friendly. You know, it doesn't sound like it would, but it kind of does. Like in Boston, if somebody's like looking at you, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Business.
What are we doing here, buddy? Yeah, what are we doing? Yeah. Do you need money? Are you gonna rob me? Why are you being so nice? You know, in Texas, people are like, "Hey, how you doing today?" It's like, "What do you think? I'm pretty or something?" Yeah, it's a different world. It's a totally different world. So there was a little bit of culture shock in terms of that stuff, but we really liked it.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
And what about how you find in England?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I think I've been accidentally directed to like the nicest places.
Yeah,
that's probably.
You know, so we did. We were in central London for 5 days. Then we went to York.
Oh,
We were in York for a couple of days, and they kind of they just dumped us off there, and they were like, so we were able to see, you know, York Minster and like all the other cool stuff, old stuff. 'Cause we don't have old stuff like that in the US, you know. So, and then we went to Harrogate, and now we're here in Sheffield.
Yeah.
So
Amazing.
Sheffield's different than the other places I've been.
It is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a character to it. Yeah.
But you know what? It reminds me. This is the place I've been that reminds me the most of home.
Oh really?
Okay.
Because Boston's like a real city with real people that really live there, and like it's working class and it's hard nosed, and
Yeah, that's
this
right.
is the place that I've been that I felt most at home.
You'll get the truth in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
You might not like it, but
Yeah,
always
yeah,
tell the
yeah,
truth,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
There's
which
a
I would
nice way of
appreciate.
saying it.
We always say if you don't want the answer, don't ask the question.
Right.
That's it.
And it's the same thing here. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for
this
sure.
is the kind of place that I felt most at home so far.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, Yorkshire's kind of its own little thing. It's kind of it's England. It's old England.
It's got character.
But it's definitely kind of its own part of this part of the world.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah. And yesterday I was at Betty's Tea Room.
Oh, great! Do you have a fat rascal?
I have no idea what the fuck it was. But we were in the Imperial Room. It was lovely. We had a tea service. And then today I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, doing a different thing. So it's like I've had kind of all of the round experiences that you could really have. So we're very much looking forward to coming back.
Great.
Amazing.
Well, we've loved having you.
Yeah.
We've loved being here. It's been a great evening. Really enjoyed the stage, John. They've been great.
That's great to
We've
hear.
really
Yeah,
enjoyed
thank
them.
you.
So thanks, not just for spending some time with two goofballs who enjoy a pipe and a cigar, but for coming over and spending some time.
And we could talk pipe tobacco too.
We can talk
Yes.
pipe
If we do a longer form thing.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
something we can
Yeah.
Amazing.
and smoke
Yeah.
more.
Let's book a ball.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Great.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Great.